Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One time for the one time. Yes, ma'am. Hit boy on the track. And yeah, man, we're back. Coming at you with another season of Madden 23, the Cardinals franchise. And yeah, man, checking out the coaching tree. The head coach been fully fleshed out. We want to work on the offensive coordinator, right? And the defensive coordinators. I'm not sure if they'll get hired or anything like that because I have all the teams controlled. But yeah, man, it's whatever. We will go 0-3 in the preseason, as you saw. Doesn't really matter. But what's big for us is that some injuries, right? We got a couple guys coming back. Claude Strinnerd, I know his injury was like 28 weeks at the end of the season last year in the Super Bowl. So it's good to see he's coming back. It sucks to see these other guys, Jones and Robinson, are out, but they'll all be healthy sooner rather than later, right? Season opener versus the Dallas Cowboys. Set the season goal, make the playoffs, right? I think we've established that we can do that with this roster. We have the team and we have the skill set. So we're gonna look to make the playoffs. Opening day keys versus the Cowboys, right? You guys know me. I'm all about starting off with defense being stifling, preventing the offense from scoring, and giving our offense, our quarterback, unlimited chances to, get points on the board, right? And it all starts with disrupting the pass via the pass rush, right? You send enough guys or more guys than the offense can block. Obviously, when you go up against a talented quarterback, might not be the best thing to do. You want to make sure you got guys on the back end that can handle it, right? Handle being thrown at, right? So game plan against an elite quarterback, we have to limit his ability to pass the ball, right? If you focus on a quarterback's ability to scramble too much, right? Because we can contain you on the run play, force you to go up the middle, don't give you the outside lane. Quarterbacks have to start sliding. Some of them think they tough, like Justin Fields, want to try to run people over, but yeah, it's whatever, man. We want to make you a passer, right? Hiring and assigning scouts was not a big deal. We traded all our draft picks this season, next, for the foreseeable future. We will not be drafting anybody. You know me, I like signing mentors, right? So we beat the Cowboys 22-7, right? But you know me, I like signing mentors. I like it to sort of be a revolving door of mentors on the team, constantly bringing in guys sort of to give them that last chance, right? Last chance. You come here, never probably worked it out at some point in your career. Maybe you were good at some point. You're getting older, they cut you, you're a free agent. Join the Cards, join the Redbirds, and have your chance to win a Super Bowl, right? Or to contend for a Super Bowl on a team that's good enough, right? And yes, I did play this game, as I already mentioned, but I'm just happy that we got the W, right? I want to talk about some things going on in real life, right? I watched the NIU Huskies game and I was impressed. I watched it earlier today. Uh, Won our third straight game. The Huskies did beat the Eastern Michigan Eagles, right? As we look at this scenario here, going up against the Giants, going up against Dexter Lawrence the second. I didn't play this game, right? But he's a problem, right? As I think this is this is week 4. Right, Dexter Lawrence is an issue, right? Nose tackle, big dude, strong dude, hard to do it, right? But yeah, man, the Huskies beat the Eastern Michigan Eagles, right? It was a fantastic finish, and I was panicking, right? Because they play in the MAC, so going 500 or just over 500 in the MAC, it's not such a significant thing, right? It's not a big deal, right? You really want to be like a 1 or possibly a 2-loss team, right? As you saw QB1 check in, and I'm thinking Job should be the one to lead us to victory in this game, right? Job, we're gonna ask him to have a more functioning role in our offense. I know he's been a more passive game manager, but Job, he's developing into that guy. So we're gonna ask him to be that dude. We don't get the W here, right? We did throw for 300 yards. I think it came down to clock management. Probably could have helped us out a little bit in the clock management area, and that might have gotten us the W in this game. We did throw for 300 plus yards, though. So Job is clearly capable of leading the team as a passer, or at the very least, he's starting to show signs of being capable. But, again, clock management, maybe if I played the game, but I didn't play the game, so it's neither here nor there. But you know, when you're playing in these smaller conferences in college football, you don't really want to be a 500 team, right? You don't want to lose 4 games, right? Because the best they can do now is what, 8-4, and that's not a bad record. But 8-4 is kind of like 9-7 in the NFL, or 9-8 in the NFL, and barely making the wild card, right? And that's not a bad thing, especially in the NFL, because I mean, playoff team is a playoff team. You know, it's no getting around. You make the playoffs, you're a playoff team, right? So there's no need to worry about whether or not if you made the playoffs. As we take a look at the bye week, and you know what? I think that the guys, they've played pretty well. I know that we've been struggling, it says, right? But I'm not going to work them too hard. I'm going to give them basically not so much a week off. We're not going to be doing too much on the field work. We're going to be doing a little bit more class work and film work, right? Correcting mistakes, self-reflection, right? Because I'm usually no days off, and I am no days off, but I would like my guys to sit back in the film room and study themselves and break tendencies, right? As we get ready to talk about our rivalry game. But yeah, man, you really want to be a straight up firecracker coming out of these smaller conferences. So going 8-4, and that's just assuming they can win. They can run the table and win the rest of their games this season. I mean, I don't know, right? We would beat the Rams, right? I don't know, right? I'm just hoping that we can make it happen. We did have a couple big performances, right? Antonio Brown, like I said, he went off against the Zips. So we talk about the trenches going up against the Raiders back in Oakland in our universe. So yeah, man, Antonio Brown might have a huge stock now going into the end. He might actually be going to the league. I don't know about Lombardi. He's played well, but the team has won, but I don't think he's been the guy, right? So I don't know what to say, right? As we do take the L here, right? We do take the L, and it is what it is, right? We're not panicking about the season, right? We're gonna play 10 games, right? All of our division games we play, we pick 4 games that we play, so we're gonna win 10 games regardless. And then any extra wins we can add to our win total is a bonus. So yeah, man, as we talk about the Niners, right? But you know, the Huskies, back to the Huskies, right? I'm not too sure how we look as a team. We've always been one of those teams where we have a good season or two and then we kind of fall off the map, right? I've been a fan, like I said, because as a kid, I went to the Convocation Center a few times. I've seen their facilities. You know, I grew up in the city of Chicago. DeKalb is about an hour or two west of the city on I-88, or you could take I-80. You'd be a little bit further south from DeKalb, so you have to go a little bit up north if you were taking I-80 going west, right, towards DeKalb, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? I'm still a Chicago guy, and DeKalb is sort of a place where I've been a lot of times. I've been out there a lot. So I'm just kind of a fan by proxy. Growing up as a kid, my introduction to college football obviously was U of I. Well, actually, the very first college football game that I sat down and watched and I understood what was going on was that Rose Bowl, Texas versus USC. That was the first time that I actually found myself. While other than that, it was NFL and the Super Bowl. And the very first team that I actually fell in love with is we get ready to take on the Chargers in San Diego. And I gotta get you a San Diego Chargers gameplay, right? But the very first team that I actually fell in love with as a kid, it wasn't the Bears. It was actually the Oilers. I was born in '94, so as a small kid, I very vividly remember as we would get the win against the Chargers, right? It came down to clock management, right? There was an instance in the game, had the ball, last 2 minutes, didn't play nothing, just kind of simulated, had the ball in our hands last 2 minutes. I said, let me go on ahead, manage the clock here, and get this W. But the very first team that I found out about and that I was watching as a kid with my dad were the Oilers, right? Obviously because they had, Warren Moon in the early 90s. Like I said, I wasn't born until '94, so I didn't really get a chance to see that as we talk Tim's, to take on a rematch against the Rams. But I did get a chance to see the early, really the rookie portions of Steve McNair's career, right? They didn't really make him the guy right away because they had Chris Chandler, who was capable of playing at nearly an all-pro, if not a Pro Bowl level, but when he was healthy, right? He couldn't stay healthy, right? So they had to move on from him, right? And then of course, ever since they moved away from Warren Moon, who at the time when he was, in his heyday was like the all-time leader in passing yards amongst all professional football leagues, and just being one of those guys that was just like, he was a black guy. This is back in the day and age of the black athlete, the black quarterback being sort of stigmatized. Not so much stigmatized, but the concept that if you were a black person, you're more athletic, and you don't necessarily want an athletic guy playing quarterback. It's not that you don't want an athletic guy playing quarterback. You do want a quarterback who has the dual threat capability, but you don't want him to be primarily a scrambler, as we would win against the Seahawks in the last game of the season, because you want him to get the ball to his playmaker. So you put the speed out there at the playmaker positions and put the quarterback in a position where he has to throw the ball, right? As we take a look at the stats, right? And that's kind of what I did with our guy, right? I know he has the mentor bridge quarterback tag. He's put on a little bit of weight. Came to this season at 6 feet, 200 pounds, right? I know he was initially listed at 5'10", but now he's listed at 6 feet tall. He's put on a little bit of weight. Came in at 200. He's now 211, right? But we stripped him of the speed, right? And I know they sometimes make him scramble. I can't stand when they do that, right? Because he's a pocket passer, right? He's a strong arm, mixture of a strong arm and a field general type quarterback is Timms. We see his stats, right? Balling as per usual with him, right? He's that guy, right? Timms is our offense, hands down. And it goes through him, but at the end of the day, right, our quarterback is not that scrambling guys. We got Sopkowitz over time. The first time we have a 1,000, and it might just be the fact that now Job is a quarterback. Right, I didn't bring my guy in as no superstar player. I probably could have used him more on defense and got him a dev trait, got him the MVP, and got him a bunch of skill points. Right, I probably could have done that. Right, but I wanted to highlight the team, and I'm thinking next time around, right, we do that. Right, because I restarted the franchise, so I could have done that. I could restart it again. I could restart it again. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that, right? But as I mentioned about the quarterback position, right, not having athleticism there, because you got a running back, you want to run the ball, just hand it to the running back. And yeah, we got a speedster back there, but all that east-west shucking and jiving and trying to avoid contact just ends up making it so that you lose yards, right? It's your boy Darius Walker, the guy who we tried to key in on this year, right? Led the team in sacks, right? The guy who we wanted to be that dude, we wanted to get him a dev trait and flesh out our linebacking core with 4 absolute studs, right? As we take a look at the NFL, right? But I wanted my guy to be a pocket passer. I want him to be in this class and caliber of quarterbacks. We take a look at Dak, right? And we take a look at Josh Allen and the Justin Herberts and the Patrick Mahomeses, right, of the world, right? The quarterbacks who actually, play well, right? Aaron Rodgers, I have him now at 40 years old, right? Spoiler alert, he doesn't retire. He does not retire after this season. Spoiler, I'm gonna tell you that now. He's 40 years old and he plays so well this season that he decides to stay in the league because that's just how good he is. And I'm pretty sure he'll probably retire after next season, but you never know. I've seen Tom Brady play until he was like 47 in these franchises. I think I showed that in my Bears franchise, so it's possible. You never know, right? But I didn't want my quarterback to have speed. We can run the ball with our running back, right? We can put some speed at running back. We did that, right? Everybody has a role. I want my quarterback to get the ball out to his playmakers. He was able to get the ball to Sopkowitz for 1,000 yards, so it's as clear as day. Right? We're not like the Falcons, 1,000-yard receivers all around and the quarterback throwing for 5K. Not quite yet. Maybe if I had done, made my quarterback the main guy on defense, got him that superstar X factor sooner rather than later, then yeah, we could have been. But instead, you know, I want us to be a little bit like the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? With that really that fantastic front seven. But the highlight of the Steelers of the 70s was the front four, the D line, all in the Hall of Fame, the three linebackers and their linebacker, all in the Hall of Fame. Right? Jack Ham, Jack Lambert. I don't remember the third man's name. You can get mad at me all you want. I'm not really a Steelers fan. But the Steel Curtain, right? Or the Fearsome Foursome, right? Which is, I believe that's the Steelers D line, right? Or the Purple People Eaters for the Vikings, right? Or the 1980s New York Jet, the New York Sack Exchange with is it Mark Gastineau was in there? I believe he was. I mean, it was the 70s Jets. I don't know, right? Or, you know, just a defense led by four linebackers who in our dime defense, and you don't really see me run that, but it's more so for like simulation purposes. In our dime defense, all four of our linebackers are on the D line, right? So they can play D line in a pass. They can play D line in a run or a pass situation, right? As you see, your boy Darius getting his props. They can play D line in a run or pass situation with that 270 plus pound frame, and they can drop back and play linebacker, middle or outside, right? Outside in the edge rusher capacity, outside in the pass coverage capacity, which is why we primarily worked on the pass coverage bucket. Because with all that size setting the edge, as well as the speed and the skill set to play pass coverage, basically a bunch of Zaven Collins is out there, right? The whole point I'm making is I really wanted four linebackers who were just dominant, right? Just dominant. As you see, Ian Wagner, in my opinion, he's the best kicker in the league, right? No, I don't care about no Justin Tucker or no this guy, Joey Slyer, Ian Wagner. We don't call him, his nickname is Money. He's money. I know it doesn't indicate such in these stats here. He misses kicks, right? But from what I've seen, he's money. And we're going to call him Money. Ian Money. E-Money. Or not E-Money. His name is Ian. So I don't want to call him E-Money. Even though E-Money ain't bad. You know, say Ian Wagner, E-Money, right? Or Wag Money or G-Money. G-Money, right? No, let me stop. But yeah, man. The whole point I'm making is I wanted a linebacking core that was fierce, could play D-line, could play linebacker, a quarterback and a tight end. We didn't necessarily do, and it's on me that we didn't develop that. It's on me that I made my quarterback very passive in the offense. It's on me. I'm not mad about it, but I am starting to look towards a new I'm thinking about a new franchise, but I'm not thinking about it right away. I'm thinking we finish what we start here. And when we get done with this franchise, because I want to do a couple seasons with this. I want to be in this franchise for like at least a decade, right? And then even then after that, I would love to see what we look like in the future, right? Guys are starting to retire, so we're starting to have to build rosters based off of what's available. Because we had, like I said, we had to cut guys. We had to cut a lot of guys on teams. And I'm thinking if I do redo a franchise, I'm probably not going to add the rookies. And the reason why is because it is like I've already mentioned how it's like over 70 players on every team's practice squad, active roster, injury reserve list. So I'm like, well, we're gonna cut the number of players to 53 anyway per team. So we might as well. Right? We might as well just get each roster to a 53-man roster, right? I'm not doing practice squads. Every player on the practice squad is getting cut as of now. We've just been cutting every player on the practice squad. I've been hearing a lot about Puka Nacua from the Cow. I don't know how to say his name, but I've been hearing a lot about him, right? And that's why I wanted to have the rookies. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but it's kind of complicated things. We found ourselves cutting a lot of guys that were 30 plus, and even for that matter, taking guys that are 30 plus and turning them to 40-year-olds so that they retire, right? And that might be kind of weird. Like I did it. I know for a fact I did it with Von Miller, right? And I was also thinking to myself, well, maybe we should have just kept all the star players, and then right, cut the guys who aren't stars. But it's just like it just doesn't make sense anymore how you do it. It's like, well, you could have just bought the new Madden. I know some goofball out there is probably saying, take a look at the awards. LaVoice Deontay McCoy wins MVP. Darius Walker is a close second, and I'm a little upset. You see Darius Walker, we got his overall on 99. I had to double back on. I was like, really? Really? He didn't win it? Whatever, right? Robert Saleh with a 14-win record is your coach of the year. I didn't see us on there. I didn't take a look. It didn't matter, right? You win 14, you go 14-3, Robert Saleh, you deserve it, sir, right? But yeah, man, I was definitely coming up or just spitballing or really brainstorming in my head ideas for some new franchises, right? As you see Patrick Mahomes, right? This is something I actually had done prior to this. I looked at all of the colleges on the game, and I noticed that there are quite a few colleges and institutions here in the state of Illinois. And there are a couple of logos. Like, I know for a fact there's a team name where you could move a team to Toronto and get the Huskies logo, right? Or the Husky moniker, the Husky nickname. And I was thinking, well, maybe we could do that here through this franchise. But I realized, as you see, LD wins Defensive Player of the Year. I realized that because I moved the Bills to Toronto, probably shouldn't have done that, right? Especially if I wanted to keep this intact, because I have to do a hard restart and everything. If I did a hard restart, I probably won't be trying to get rookies. I probably just X the rookies out, make a 53-man roster based off of the rosters that the players that are on this game. I keep the players that I did make, right? As you see, Norwell, one of the veteran backups, he made top lineman, and Darius Walker did win best linebacker, so he does get his depth trait because he won an award. Gotta win an award in order to get a depth trait. That's an automatic depth trait, right? So yeah, but that's neither here nor there, right? The point I'm making is, I really would have liked to possibly move a team to Toronto. As we take a look at the coaching tree, we have a ton of staff points, right? And we would in fact flesh out every aspect of our coaches, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator's tree. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure if when you do that, when you have all the teams controlled, if coaches will leave, right? I mean, obviously not, because I have coach firing off. So, guys won't be leaving, right? Wild card matchup, because we made the playoffs and we're playing the Giants. A rematch from earlier in the season, right? Going up against this guy, big Saquon Barkley, right? So, I probably should have not moved the Bills to Toronto. Could have had a Huskies team, but that's neither here nor there. Wild card. Here we are in the game, and something interesting, right? Saquon, there's nobody injured for the Giants. Saquon Barkley's not in the game play. Now he's listed as the starting back, but you're gonna see, as you see right now, Eric Gray, who picks blitz pickup, right, and gives Daniel Jones the opportunity to make the pass for a first down, right? Daniel Jones sacked there on 3rd and long. So bring out Graham Gano, who, yeah, man, he did that. From the logo, I mean, the eye of the Cardinal, the eye of the Tiger, yeah, it was crazy, man. 3rd and long, no good there. Bring him back out as we had to punt the ball on our opening drive. Giants up 6 points. Hand off to Ishawn Stewart. He tries to string it out to the right side. Brings up 3rd down, 51-yard field goal. I wasn't confident in my abilities, so I let the computer do it, and we get it, right? Daniel Jones throwing us picks, giving us gifts. We get the ball, very, very fantastic field position, 3rd down and 5, hand off to Timms, and he's unable to get the first down. Bring out our kicker again, and we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure why Saquon is not playing. I tried to give Madden a little bit of credit on some, maybe just a holdout, but I said no, don't do that. They don't have holdouts in this game, so I don't know why he's not in the game. I was kind of upset, but it's neither here nor there. 2nd down and goal, handed off to Timms, just plows his way into the end zone as he does. Touchdown, up by 7. Cards get the ball back after the Giants go 3 and out, and we're trusting our offense. We're trusting our quarterback. He can get it done. I have confidence in him. Third down at 15, he's unable to do it here. But I'm going to give him my full-fledged confidence as Ian Wagg. We go for a 63-yard field goal, we don't get it. And Taylor drops a pick. But it's neither here nor there. They kick the field goal. Well, it is here and there. Can't drop the pick, but that's why he plays DB. Look at our quarterback. 19-yard pass, 17-yard pass, gunning holes in the defense. They get a 2nd and 2 situation. I tag in. I'm like, no, let me run the ball, tag out, let my quarterback handle it. Right, 2nd and 10 after an incompletion, right? Ryder Anderson, 2-minute drill. You're just helping us out here. Touchdown pass. Look at the Jokester. I mean, we were expecting a field goal. We get a touchdown on a 2-minute drill. 4th and 1, we don't get it. And I wanted to tell you, like, we were short. We were short. It don't matter because we end up getting the ball back and we end up driving the field to get back where we started. For 2nd down and goal, we get in this time. So now it's 9-27, 3rd and 14. Jones, just bad pass. Just a bad pass. You led them too far out of bounds. And we would proceed to spank them. As you saw the score, 9-14. Giants, G's down. G-men get just majorly stomped out. And our quarterback, right? How about him coming into his own, right? And maybe it's better that at 32 years of age with like 12 years experience, you saw he's gained a little weight. He's listed at 212 going into this game. Maybe it's better, right? That he did in fact, right, have to wait to be great. As we take a look at the divisional round, going up against the Falcons, I know I was like, we might be seeing the same teams over and over, but I might need to give the Falcons more credit, right? They deserve to be here. We deserve to be here. They deserve to be here. 3rd and 15, Desmond Ridder gets sacked, gets crushed. 1st and 10, 14-yard catch to Tyreek Fortney. 1st and 10, and they got my quarterback runner. Don't like it, right? Pass to Southwest. That's what we want to see. That's what we like to see. Southwest dropping it. Catch my football, brother. It's okay. 5-yard catch to Eddie Casper. 3rd and 5. I tried to tag in, but then I was like, let him handle it. Then we get sacked. No matter. Kick the 3, kick is up, kick is good. 3-point lead for the Birds. And then check this out. Bijan to the right side. Whoop. And yeah, he's gone. And we had Walker get free, but I guess he was fatigued or something because he couldn't track him down. So now they're up by 4, and the defense is a little ticked off, right? 10, we just gonna come right at you. No simulation, just right there, boom, right at you, right? 3rd and 1, give it to Tim's again, right at you. Just come right at you. 1st and goal, hand it off to Blakemore this time. Touchdown, just power run play. Give our defense a rest after that chunk play and then a fumble. Sack, strip, fumble, recovery, touchdown. The Birds up by 10. Ridder sacked again on 3rd and long. Offense on the field now. 6-yard rush by Tim's. I'm like, trust the offense, trust the offense. They know how I want to do it. We get into a short yard situation. We need to be running the ball, not trying to pass. As you saw we did there. We passed the ball, short yard situation again. Interception. And just when I'm talking good about the offense, they do exactly what I should. And I was thinking, so I was like, I need to tag in, Nope. Saw in a couple of sequences earlier, it was edited because I wanted to tag in. But I decided to let my offense handle it. And I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to let my offense handle it. 3rd and 9, incomplete pass. Check it out. Offense, quarterback rewards me with good play, right? Incompletion, that's okay. I'm going to have faith, right? 3rd and 6. 4-yard catch at the Southwest, we get a penalty on Claude. Why you do me like that, Claude? It's all good, right? 4th and 11, bring the kick team out. Kick is up. Kick is good. 7-20. One more touchdown, and we can call it a game. If we get a defensive stop, Scotty Miller breaking ankles out there for a 1st down. Desmond Ridder to the left side finds Kyle Pitts, his tight end, for a 1st down. 2nd and 10. Ridder has time to throw. We don't blitz. If we had just stayed away, that would have been a pick. We would have picked that off. Instead, we give them another chance to get closer for a field goal. Bring out Young Wei Koo on 4th and 5. Kick is up, kick is good. With just over 2 minutes, or just over 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Now it's like under 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. We get the 1st down there. Aishan with a 1-yard rush, right? Aishan with a 24-yard catch. Beautiful. 14-yard catch to Tyreek Fortney, 3rd and goal. touchdown. And we're up 27-10. Now in the third quarter, it's been 2 possessions. Pass to Jonnu Smith, 3rd and 27. that ain't gonna get it done, baby. We would go out there and kick the field goal on 2nd down. Because I'm trying to get this right here, the 20-point lead, the 3rd and long situation, get off the field, Atlanta, but they come back. They would come back, but we stop them on 3rd down. Clock management here. We need 1 more 1st down, and they'll call their last timeout. We would get it. Tack on a cheap late field goal because I'm that guy, that type of guy. And yeah, man, we just make the score look better. 24-33 is the final. And yeah, man, you know, hey, I don't care what anybody has to say. It was 4th down. We called a timeout with 2 seconds left, kicked the field goal. It's clearly some sort of a rivalry, some angst between the Falcons and the Cardinals. Don't matter, right? We did them like that. We did them like that. They shouldn't have came back, but they got a high-powered offense. They got a great running back, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They got a high-powered offense. So we had to make it seem like we did that. It's neither here nor there, right? Stats look good. We look good. Going to the conference round, right? Playing Philly. It seems like these are the same teams. We are playing the same team, but that's just how good these teams are. That's just how good the Falcons are. We moved Slay to free safety because he's getting up there in age, right? Conference round, NFC, Cards, Eagles, Battle of the Birds #2. Hurts, sack, right? 4th and 3, hand off to Timms. It looked like we didn't get it, but we got it. Generous spot. 3rd and inches now for the Cards on our first offensive drive. 1st down. 2nd and goal. Hand off to Aishan after being flagged twice. Still couldn't keep us out. Touchdown, Cards. 3rd down and 4. Sacked on 3rd down. Get off the field. 2nd and 2. Yeah, man. Yeah. Blake Moore gets hit. Fumble. Nakobe Dean with the recovery. Ball in fantastic field position for the Eagles. We sent the entire team on engage 8. Don't matter, they kicked the field goal 3-7. Handoff, another fumble. That's Timms. And it's got to be the fatigue. The fatigue levels are ridiculous, but they're backed up. We sacked Hurts through the pass block. Does not matter, right? We developed our linebackers with those depth traits and the buckets. They're those guys, right? They will sack your quarterback through a pass block. We can increase our lead 3-10. Sacked on 3rd down as he throws, hit, fumble again. 3 fumbles. 3 straight fumbles on drives, and it's just starting to get ridiculous, right? They'd be able to kick a field goal from 4th and 17 from the 19-yard line. 3rd and 4, hand off to Timms, not enough, punt the ball away, right? 3rd and 16 now. Hurts, lay it down, sir, as the 2-minute warning approaches here in the 2nd quarter. Hand off to Stewart, and look, just gets blown up. We would just proceed to simulate. Because we don't want to mess with nothing. Look at this. Look at the quarterback. Put us in fantastic position for a field goal. Kick is up, kick is good. 7-point lead now. Hurts evades the pressure, finds a man to the right side for a 1st down. Hurts now on 2nd and 10. Plenty of time to throw. Finds A.J. Brown to the left side for a 1st down. 2nd and 9 now. Hurts, empty backfield. To the right side, finds Swift on that zag route, and he just powers his way into the end zone. Tie ball game. Desperation time. 3rd and 5. We're like, hey, get a touchdown. We need to start running the ball. Stop letting the quarterback pass so much. I mean, but running the ball is what got us here. We would get a touchdown to put us up by 7. This drive is the drive. Or no, it's not. We will go 3 and out here. So 2nd down and 16. A little late on the pass rush. A.J. Brown with a fantastic catch. 3rd down and 15. We finally get him. That's the same drive. We finally get him. 4th and 1. Hand off to Timms. 1st down. This is the drive where we would run clock. I mean, it started with like 7 minutes. It ended up with like 2 minutes. Now it's like 1:50. We start making them call them timeouts. Just under 2 minutes left. We kick a field goal. 10-point lead. Now the Eagles are in trouble. Fumble. And Cody Zuggenbeiler, Zoogie, call him Zoogie, right? And then we would get the kick team out there right away. Score again. Now it's a 2-possession lead. What do the Eagles have for us? Not a 3rd and long, sack, but they're desperate. So they're going to call hurry up. Bring the offense back out, keep them on the field, send everybody, we sent everybody on a play here. We played safety. They tried to throw it. It was nothing there, right? Kick another field goal. Like, why don't we just end the gameplay? We did. We did. We end the gameplay 13-29. The Eagles couldn't handle us. And I know they're good. They're really good, right? This is the same or basically a remnant of the 2023 team that went to the Super Bowl, that started the season off undefeated, didn't lose their first game until, was it the Commanders? Yeah, I think it was the Commanders. It was the team that beat them, right? So the Commanders are pretty good too, right? So for the Bears to have beat them was a big deal, right? Like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch the Vikings game, right? I didn't get a chance to watch the Illinois State Redbirds game. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl rosters, right? And if you're paying close attention, you understand what you're seeing here. You may know who we're playing in the Super Bowl. But I didn't get a chance to watch the Illinois State Redbirds game. They lost to Youngstown State by a field goal. It's tragic. It sucks. Both the teams that I'm watching have only 4 wins in college football. I know you pick new teams, right? But where's the loyalty in that? Well, you ain't had that much loyalty when you chose to pick the Redbirds. But I explained to you, right? If I had not moved the team, because clearly if you move a team to Toronto, you can't move another team to Toronto. You got to do it all at once. So if I had moved the team, or if I had not moved the team to Toronto, and decided to move the Cars to Toronto and rename them the Huskies, we could have moved them back to Chicago, and we would have had Chicago Huskies. It wouldn't have been the same color scheme. It would not have been the same color scheme. But it still would have been Huskies, and I'd have felt confident or more comfortable with me. And I'm thinking about doing that, but then I'm also like, do I really need to make a whole roster of guys from the same college? Right? Neither here nor there, right? Super Bowl. And yeah, man. Finally, a matchup I have been long waiting for. As you saw, the Jets made the playoffs as a 2nd seed, right? But I've been waiting for this, right? Chiefs Kingdom, they're the certified bona fide dogs, the Don Dadas, the best team in the league, the reigning, we're really the reigning Super Bowl, but they're the real life reigning Super Bowl champions. And what would this win be? Our 3rd appearance? It would be nice as a coach to get a 3rd ring, but it's all about the players. Specifically, the coach's son at quarterback. It will be huge for him to get a 3rd ring. We get a 3rd ring. We're a certified dynasty. So we want to be the team. And I think that's kind of why we're playing this team, right? We're threatening to become a dynasty, threatening the reign of Chiefs Kingdom. The Chiefs are the dynasty on this game. We beat them. We would rob them of the dynasty moniker, right? In this decade. LaVoice, you saw his buckets, right? We've gotten all our guys to be great pass rushers and run stoppers. I want to get it up to 95 for each of them, right? Tim's, we've developed him in somewhat of a pass or a receiving back. I want to get it to a 95, but we still want him to be a power back at his core, right? As you see here, look at Jake Anderson's buckets, right? We still want them to be pass coverage archetypes at their core, but we want all those other buckets to be at a 95, right? Darius Walker now has a superstar depth trait. We just want to get that X factor for him. And now we have 4 linebackers with an X factor. He can get out of my way and reach elite, so he'll be just as deadly on the pass rush. And then you see Ivan Erickson, the best one out of them all, right? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the matchup, like I said, I've been waiting for. First play of the game, Mahomes throws us a pick. It's Big Jake Anderson getting the pick. 4th down and 3, we don't get it. So it's a wash, right? He throws us a pick. We don't get it on 4th down and get the ball right back, but then they go 3 and out. We would go 3 and out, and we would miss a 63-yard field goal. No matter. 3rd and long, 4th down. 2nd down and 3, hand off to Tim's. 1st down there, right? 3rd down and 5, hand off to Aishan. Look at Aishan acting like a power back. Just stumbles into the end zone. 2nd and 12, fumble, Ruski, and Travis Kelce has lost a step. His overall rating is under a 9, an 85 or something. He should have got that, right? No matter. Aishan with the ball, touchdown. I hate that little jump cut they make him do, but hey, can't argue with the result there, right? 4th down and goal. Handoff at the goal line, no good. 3rd and 3 for the Chiefs. Just flip Patrick Mahomes. That is crazy, right? We will go 3 and out again. 14-point lead, Chiefs. are still scoreless in this game, and it's coming into the end of the second quarter, right? 3rd down and 1. They go hurry up after that beautiful pass. We missed the sack. Look at this. He has time to throw. He's looking for a player to get to the end zone, doesn't get it. We go 3 and out again. Chiefs backed up at the 7-yard line, sacked again. Now check out the offense. Throws a touchdown, and Joe throws a touchdown pass, 3rd and long, and man. They came back, but we make them call that last time out, run the clock, and we did it. We dethroned the Chiefs. Andy Reid, Big Red, we dethroned them, right? And that was really the win we were looking for. Our 3rd straight Super Bowl comes against the obvious dynasty, robbed them of the dynasty. As I mentioned before, we're the dynasty, right? We're the dynasty in this franchise, right? We just won 3. You win 3 and 3C, you go for a 3P, you're that team, right? But I want more. I want to see us win more, so that's why I'm not so quick to give this franchise up. It's a big homie Ivan. I'm thinking about a new franchise. I am, right? But I'm not so quick to do away with this. So maybe I do another franchise on the side, right? But I kind of feel like, my focus is on this one, right? We beat the Chiefs here hard, Rob, right? I'm excited. I know you could probably get a little jaded with some of these franchises, with some of these videos, but I'm still happy. I'm still loving it. As we come away with our 3rd Super Bowl win, our quarterback, he might not have been an NFL quarterback in real life. He might not have been the main or one of the big reasons why we win these games or play so well in the season, but he's just another player along for the ride. Listed now at 6 feet tall, put on enough about 220 pounds. I mean, you kind of need that when you're playing quarterback. You kind of got to put on a little bit of weight. Don't want to be a stick out there. You take a lot of hits. You don't really want to be 175 pounds. Even if you are like 180 or so, they'll list you at 225 pounds because they don't want people thinking you can't take a hit. You get hit. It's part of the job. When the offense doesn't execute, you're going to get hit, or you're probably going to get hit. Obviously, it's the job of these guys here to prevent that, which is why it should be. It's kind of like you kind of can't really knock the concept of a scrambling quarterback. You got 5 O-linemen, and their job really is to protect the quarterback. Now, obviously, they're supposed to be able to run, block, and what have you, right, as we take a look at the Super Bowl recap. But when you have 5 guys dedicated to blocking for you on any given play, it should be either the quarterback running the ball or passing. If you take a look at retirements, and as I mentioned, right, Rodgers didn't retire. You see a couple of guys that retired, right, as I'm going up, because I'm taking a look at it again. I'm looking like, whoa, this is crazy, right? A lot of guys here have retired. Galladay has retired. Chris Moore, Josh Dobbs, right? Demario Davis has retired, right? Odell Beckham and David Bakhtiari and Teddy Bridges. A lot of guys have retired. And like I said, I had short lists developed for each time. All our guys retired this year. All of our guys, all of our veteran backup mentors retired. Nobody stuck around. Nobody decided to play until they're 41. Everyone's leaving. Not that I care that it's a big deal or it's an issue, but it's not a bad thing, right? But yeah, man, as you see, a lot of guys are retiring, and I'm not going. I have short lists together, but I'm not going to be picking players off those short lists. Instead, we're just going to replace you with a guy who's been in the league for about 3 or 4 so seasons, right? Taking a look at the free agency recap period, right? The veteran backups that we signed. Now, there are no more veteran backup quarterbacks in the free agent pool. So we had to task a kicker, Randy Bullock, with being a backup quarterback. I'm not ashamed of it, right? It was a couple of other players who I felt like we were going to have to do out of position backup mentors. But then I realized, you know what? With all the players that are being cut from teams, I mean, there may be a chance for us to bring them back, like how we brought Elijah Wilkinson back, right? He was a former Cardinal, right? There are a couple of former Cardinals. It's him and his D tackle, Carlos Watkins, who we brought back, right? But then I started seeing, I was like, you know what? It shouldn't, like Taco Charlton, right? It shouldn't matter if you were a player on a team already, if you're a free agent now, you're fair game, right? So Preston Smith, he's actually a Packer, but we cut him, right? These guys here, they're actually players on other teams, but they got cut from their team. So we're going to put them on our team, right? And we're going to make them 40 years old, because the reason why we cut them is because they're closer to retirement age, and there are tons of other young players on the team. So we figure, let's just let the young guys take up the rosters, and when players start retiring, they start retiring, right? And they don't have to take up too much of the rosters as we simulate the draft. Darius Walker, he's a guy who we still need to continue working on. Yes, he's a 99 overall, but as the pass coverage and a run stopping backer, he's a 92. Still got to put a little bit of work in order to make him like the rest of the guys, right? But he has his dev trait, so we're happy. It's the year of the quarterback, right? We're probably going to move him to corner a little bit, right? As you see, he can get a dev trait, maybe win MVP, get him a dev trait, possibly. I'm not sure. Whenever we get the superstar X Factor for Walker, then we'll do it for Joe. But you look at him now, he's 6'1", 225. He has come a long way. 33 years of age, 13th year in the league. Take a look at his ratings, right? He has really developed into a star, really a stud. He's a stud. I mean, he's top 25 quarterback, mid-range assassin or mid-range maestro, if you will. He's that guy. We're going to work on trying to get him a dev trait, as he's now proven he can play the quarterback position. But anyways, man, I'm excited. I'm going to get up out of here. Get at me and function with your boy.